Hey Fixers, and welcome to today's one-liner video where we are going to analyze how web documents and in a single line of code using the regular expression package re. So this is, I guess, the third video of my 10 videos in the regular expression series. So we will address all topics covered in the book Python one-liners in this video series. So we will have 50 or 60 videos. I already are at video 35 maybe, so there are not so many videos to go, but when I've covered all the videos, you can actually decide whether you want to consume the content in video form or whether you want to consume the content in book form, or maybe both. Multimodal way would be the best. So in my opinion, it's very important in the 21st century that authors also create videos and audio programs alongside their books to reach more people, to go into the multimodality and to even more educate students better. So with different media forms, because I think if you consume a piece of information in video form and you read the text about it, your understanding is more than 2 times better. So it's a good return on your invested time, because I mean overall the retention will be much better, and also your intuitive understanding of the material, because you get different perspectives on the same subject. Okay, so long story short, let's start with analyzing some HTML documents in a single line of code. So each time you want to analyze text like this one, okay? So say you have written a web crawler, and this is the output of your web crawler. So this is a web document HTML code. So say you in your Python program, and in the last regex video we discussed how this exactly works. You can crawl a web page, you can get all the content of a web page, and then you get some textual representation. This is what the search engines see, this is what the browser sees, and they just enrich this basic underlying structure with some CSS and JavaScript in order to make the web accessible and beautiful as you use it every day. And each time you want to analyze these large bodies of text, you need to consider regular expressions. Basically, regular expressions are very powerful text processing tools. Okay, so in our one-liner, so in each one-liner we have a small story. So say your company asks you to create a small web bot that crawls web pages and checks whether they contain links to the domain things.com, or it could be any domain, in any example domain, but we will just go with things.com, which is my personal Python learning web page. And they also ask you to make sure the hyperlink descriptions contain the string test or puzzle. Okay, so the hyperlink descriptions are this one enclosed in the A tag, in this A tag. Okay, so we have a tag, starts with the character A and it ends with the character A, and this tag encloses the hyperlink description, and our hyperlink is basically specified in this quote, in this attribute, href attribute. Okay, and so more precisely, our goal is to solve the following problem. Given a string, find all hyperlinks, this is our string, find all hyperlinks that point to the domain things.com, like this one, and contain the strings test and or puzzle in the link description. So this one, solve more Python puzzles. This one would be a valid match. This hyperlink should be returned. And then also we want to have like blog things.com. Here we don't have puzzle, but here app things.com we have test in the link description. So we want to return this link and we want to return this link. How do we do this in a single line of Python code? So say we have a variable called practice test, and now I already invested 10 characters in just naming this variable. So we could be much shorter by just calling it x or so. And then we use the find all function, and the find all function gives us a list of all matches in our web document, so in our document here. And so let's maybe make this so. Okay, find all. Now we only have to fill the pattern and the string here. Okay, so what is the string? The string is our page which we have just loaded via web scraping technology or so. So this is our page, we pass this string, and now we want to find a certain pattern in the string. So which parts of this should match? We have already seen we want to match this one and we want to match this line. So we want to match whole tag environments basically. So we start with the string definition. It should start with, so we will use groups basically to accomplish this, and each group should start with an opening tag A. So it starts with an A. Then we have an arbitrary number of white spaces, but we are non-greedy. So we don't basically, if you have a nested link, for example, then it wouldn't care basically. Yeah, so it would just retrieve the outer link. And then we have the occurrence of the word Thingster with arbitrary characters. So each time we have this asterisk question mark, this means that we have a non-greedy match. So we don't match as many arbitrary characters as possible. So the dot defines an arbitrary character. It doesn't define the point or the dot or so. Yeah, so it's not this point. So if we write dot in our pattern, we don't match this dot in the text. We match an arbitrary character. And if we have this asterisk combined with a question mark, this is one quantifier, and it means non-greedy arbitrary number of times. So it matches from 0 to an arbitrary number of arbitrary characters, but it is non-greedy, so it matches a minimum number of characters so that the overall pattern is still fulfilled. Okay, then we want to have this, so we want to match this one, then we want to match an arbitrary number of characters until we match the word Thingster. Now here we would start matching the F-I-N-X-T-E-R, and then we would again match an arbitrary number of characters until we reach either test or puzzle. Okay, so therefore we can write test or puzzle in this parenthesis notation. So we match either test or puzzle. This was in our specification. And then after that, we again want to match an arbitrary number of characters with the closing tag. Okay, so and that's it. Basically, this is already regular expression. So for a regular expression pro, this would be very easy to read. We will just read from left to right. We will see, okay, we match an opening tag A, then arbitrary number of characters. Then we would match Thingster, arbitrary number of characters, either test or puzzle, arbitrary number of characters, and the closing tag. And that's it. So of course you could also do something like this. So you could also match the front /A tag so that you ensure that you only match the A tag and not an arbitrary tag. Okay, and then we simply print practice tests. Let's see what we matched. And if you run the code, we get this result. Okay, so we have two matches. This one is the first match. We match app.thingster.com, test your Python skills, and this one is the second match, thingster.com, solve more Python puzzles. Okay, so we found both matches, this one and this one. So you see, in a single line of code with a simple pattern, we could already extract powerful stuff from your crawled website. So each time you want to write your own web scrapper, you want to analyze web document, then regular expressions are your friend. So check out the book, Python one-liners. It contains a lot of those one-liners, or just check out the video series if you don't want to invest a few bucks to get the book and just want to consume the content for free. Okay, thanks for watching this video and see you in the next video. Bye.